can only multiply two terms at a time. So here I go. I'm going to multiply x plus -3, and I'm going to multiply that by x plus 4. And so what I know, and I need to introduce are my algebra tiles, so I'll bring these guys over. This is x squared. We don't know the value of the length, so we just name it x. And so x times x we know as x squared. Consider it a positive x, and I'll be using this and, this and this as a positive x. And this, so I'll go back, as my negative x, if that makes sense. I can put them over here. And this is going to be considered my positive one, and this is going to be considered my negative one. And so these are basically my tiles. So this is the x squared term. The reason why this rectangle is considered x is because it has the same length right there as the x term. But how thick it is the same unit as 1. Okay, so x times x is x squared. So he goes right there. And then x times 4. Okay, so x times 4 is 4 x's. So we're going to grab these guys. And we need 4 of them. So here's 1. Count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because 4 times x is 4 x's. Does that make sense? 4 x's. And then x times -3 is, what is it? All right, good. It's -3x. So here's 1. And how many of these do I need? Oops. I need 3 of these. X squared, x times x is x squared. X times, all the way over here, 4 is 4 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4. And x times -3 is 1, 2, 3, -3 x's. And then the last piece that you're missing, you see this little hole here, is -3 times 4, which is -12. So then -12 goes in here, and I usually just write it all in, but I'm going to show you with all these tiles just to make sure it is -12. And the reason why there's 12 of them is because 3 times 4 is of course 12, and then, but why is it red? Why aren't they yellow? Why didn't I grab those yellow tiles? Oops, oh, a little crazy. I didn't grab those yellow tiles because it's not positive. So a negative times a positive is a negative. Right, there you go. So there's my answer. Now, if I was to write out my answer, it would look something like this. And I would just have to add like terms together. And so help me remember how to put like terms together. So does the x squared have any like terms? No, because he's the only x squared. So here we go. Here's my x squared. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. So plus 4x. Down here I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 x's, except those x's aren't positive, they're negative, so I put minus 3x. And then I've got these 12 down here. Notice it's a 3 by 4 rectangle, and they're negative 12 units. So if you notice, these are the only like terms we got right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them together. So I've got x squared, I'm going to copy him because no one changes, and I got minus 12. Oops, minus 12. Oops, can't write for some reason. Minus 12 back here. So what is 4x minus 3x? So think about these 3 canceling these 3. So all I'm left with is this positive one right here. So my answer over here is going to be plus x. And if you want, you can write plus 1x, just so we're all on the same page.
Now here's the same example using the box method. You have x times x, and that gives you x squared, so you write it in this box. And then you have x times 4, and that gives you positive 4x, and it goes in that box. And then you have negative 3 times x, it goes here, negative 3x. And finally, negative 3 times a positive 4, that gives you a negative 12. And so you write the binomials here, binomial because it is 2 terms. This is also a binomial. X plus 4, x minus 3 gives us x squared, which came from this box, plus 4 from here, and 4x, minus 3 minus 12 gives us, after you combine these two terms, I'm recording, go back in the room. Sorry about that. So I'm combining these two terms, and that's 4x minus 3x, and that gives us plus 1x.
2w times 3w. 2 times 3 is 6. W times w is w squared. And we have negative 5 times 3w. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15w. We have 2w times positive 6. 2 times 6 is 12w. And we have negative 5 times 6, which is negative 30. Again, we see that our diagonals line up, so we know our final answer is going to be 6w squared. Negative 15 plus 12 is negative 3w minus 30. If you got this correct, then you understand how to do the box method.
Kane is in the building.
Now, if you want to multiply a monomial, meaning one term, to a binomial or trinomial or any polynomial, you can also use the boxes. And so 2 times x gives us 2x. 2 times 4 gives us plus 8. And that would be written this way. That's the same thing as saying 2 times him gives you 2x plus 8. You could also do a monomial and multiply it to a trinomial. So this is 3 times x squared, which gives us 3x squared. 3 times 2x gave us positive 6. 3 times 3 gave us 9. And you can see that right here. So 3 times him, just distribution can also be shown in the box. Okay, let's see. Next example. If I wanted to do a binomial, 2 terms, and multiply it to a trinomial, 3 terms, I could do that as well. So 2x times x squared is 2x cubed. 2x times positive 2x is just 4x. 2x times 3 is 6x. Then we do negative 7 times x squared, and it gives us negative 7x squared. Negative 7 times 2x gives us negative 14x. And negative 7 times positive 3 gives us negative 21. And then we just write these answers in order. Start with the largest exponent and decrease. Go down. So my largest is an exponent of 3. That's first. And an exponent of 2. That's why negative 7x squared came next. And then these don't have, well, it looks like they don't have an exponent, but the exponent is 1. They come next. And then finally, negative 21. So then we combine the like terms here in the box. I should have included that plus sign. We can combine all of that, and it gives us negative 4x, because 4 plus 6 is 10, minus 14 leaves us in the whole 4, so minus 4x. And that gives you your final answer. So you can use the box to multiply polynomials. To multiply these polynomials, you need to remember, when multiplying the same base, add the exponents. So when multiplying this monomial times this term, you get 2 times 3, which is 6. So we're done with the coefficients. Now we do x squared times x to the first power. And that gives you x cubed. X to the third, because 2 plus 1 gives you 3. So now we're done with the x's. Then we do the y's. Y times, well, there is no y, so you just write the y here. Now we do this one times this one. And so we start off with the coefficients. 2 times negative 1 gives you negative 2. Okay, so we're done with that. Now we do the x's. Make sure you understand. Done with that. Cross that out. Cross that out. Now we do the x's. And x squared times, oh, there's no x over here, so you just bring it down. So we're done with that. And then last but not least, we do the y's. He has a 1. He has a 1. So 1 plus 1 gives us y squared, which is 2. And that's how you multiply polynomials when you have to change the exponents.
I hate you!
Calm down. Dude. Gucci down to the socks like I'm Iggy Pop.
I'll be back. I gotta go home because I forgot to vacuum my room. I'll be back. Okay, so come on. Oh, this much.
Baby, you know I got you.
You're so manly.
Baby, you know I got you.
You're so manly.